Welcome to our videos on Online Market Research 101. Our fourth video covers search engine alternatives to Google. Even though Google is the largest and most popular search engine out there at the present time, it's not the only one, and you can get very different results with different search engines. And that can also help you a lot with your market research. The three main search engines are Google, of course, Yahoo Search, and MSN, which is now live, which I'll demonstrate in just a moment. MSN is, of course, owned by Microsoft. There's also Ask.com, but that definitely has a tiny percentage of the search market. So first of all, let's go to Yahoo. You can get Yahoo Search simply by going to the Yahoo homepage at yahoo.com. Alternatively, you can find a much cleaner looking page that's much easier to work with if you go to search.yahoo.com. So let's go again with golf balls. Or let's be a little different in this instance and look for buy golf balls. And search. And again, you get the paid result. And this is the current incarnation of their search engine. Obviously, this changes constantly, but the latest reading is that Windows Live Search has less than 10% of the search market, whereas Yahoo has approximately 30%, and Google has pretty much the rest of it. So again, let's try golf balls and see what sort of results we get. And once again, the paid results are here, and to the right, and the organic results, printed golf balls and accessories, golfballs.org.uk, some more potentials. It's worth mentioning, now this isn't a hard and fast rule, but I would say at this time that Google has the most relevant search results. You may disagree with this, but Google works very hard, and they're well ahead of the competition, aiming to make their search results as relevant as possible. When you go to some of the less trafficked search engines, such as Live Search, it becomes somewhat more noticeable. For example, in the top 10 results for golf balls, I've been sent to yogastudio.co.uk, which doesn't appear to be relevant at all. They do have a golf balls page, but still. So it's something to keep in mind. This will give you more potential sites to research, but sometimes the results can be quite misleading as well. And finally, just for the sake of completeness, let's go to Ask.com and search quickly again for golf balls and see what comes back. Again, paid results are here at the top, and if we scroll down, again at the bottom, and there are quite a few of them. And between these paid results, these are the organic results. Titleist, Golf Balls Direct, Only Golf Balls, and so on. So it's something else to look at as well. Now, it's worth noting at this time that a useful feature of Ask.com is here on the right, where it says, narrow your search. It gives you a bunch of pretty relevant keyword phrases. In this instance, it gives you golf ball comparisons, golf ball reviews, discount golf balls, and so on. So that gives you even more potential keywords to use to research your market even more. For example, here's one that's quite specific. Let's click on golf ball comparison ratings to see what it brings back. Of course, there's no harm at all in copying any of these keyword phrases and searching for them in Google or Yahoo too. Okay, you see here that Golf Balls 101 appears again. All of this together will give you a very broad view of the kinds of sites or the leading sites in the market you're looking into. I mention the leading sites because one broad way the search engines work is that the more links that are pointing to a site, the more likely it is that it will appear higher up in the search results. Generally speaking, the search engines take links pointing to a site as a sign of quality, and it's important as well where the links are coming from. For example, let's say that if Golf Balls 101 had a link from the BBC or CNN or the New York Times, that link is worth hundreds or thousands, certainly many, many times more valuable than a link from a site nobody's heard of. According to the search engine, it gives it credibility that a prestigious site such as the New York Times is linking to it. So who's linking to the site is very important, and the more people and the more prestigious the site's linking to the site, the more likely it is that the site being linked to will appear higher up in the search results. Again, generally, as a broad rule, the sites that appear higher in the search results are often those that are leading the market or are very established players and credible. Often, the sites that have really been around for a long time with a huge number of links and prestigious sites are what is known as authority sites. They've become an authority in their marketplace because they're so established and so credible. Another point to bear in mind is that the length of time your site has been around is important in where your site appears in the search results. If your site has been around for a few years or even more, it's more likely to place higher as well. Obviously, this all comes into consideration with who is linking to your site and everything else, and it's never quite clear exactly how the search engines work, but how long your site has been around is important for the search engines because they consider that a mark of credibility and authority. What I'm trying to say in a roundabout way is that the higher up in the results sites appear, generally as a broad rule, the more market-leading they are and the more credible they are. So it's often not worthwhile to go all the way through to result number 1000 because by the time you get there, the sites really aren't that important. If you have any marketing savvy or work with a good team, if you're going to build a business in that market, results, this time in blue and on the right, and then you get the organic results, onlygolfballs.com, buy golf balls, best buy golf balls, and so on. So this is good for market research as well. Now, if we go to the Microsoft site, live.com, it's called Windows Live. Site number 1000 shouldn't be particularly hard to beat.